Yo, fellas, if y'all want to see me wife a girl that looks like this, or even this, tap in with my Instagram, man. My goal is 10K followers. If y'all active, I will follow back. Come on, y'all. I know we could do it, but hey, here go the vid. Man, I'll never get used to going through that intro and hearing that San Antonio crowd. This is what a lot of people live for. And every time I step foot on that court, I wanted to take advantage of it. LeBron once said, play every game like it's your last, and that's exactly what I did. Now this season, there was a young cat in Utah going crazy. I don't know why, but for some reason they called bro STD. But anyway, we went against him a couple weeks ago, and it was a highly competitive game. I mean, me and bro matched up well against each other. And I can say, hey, he's as good as I was when I was a rookie, if not better. He came into the league as one of the most talked about players in the whole draft, and he was definitely living up to it. And coming up, we had another matchup against him. Now my season had a bit of a slow start, but he started off hot. It ain't much you can do on the Utah Jazz, but hey, he was definitely doing his thing. The last time we faced him, we won by about 20 points, but he was frying. Bro had almost 50, and he definitely won the matchup between me and him. I mean, I got the dub, but bro had like 30 more points than me, bro. I was hearing about that on social media for the next week, maybe even the next 2 weeks. So coming into this matchup, you best believe I was thinking about that. And I can't let bro slide this time. We averaging the same amount of points, but tonight, I'm looking to go crazy. I gotta show him why I got a household name in this league after 1 year. I mean, I was the rookie of the year for a reason. But the way bro hooping, he definitely got it in the bag. He started off cooking. Hit me with a Pop-Tart. What made bro different, he got handles, but he was also quick. Just as quick as me. And he was fundamentally sound too. That's the thing about them overseas players, bro. They ain't always about being flashy. They about getting straight to it. And that's exactly what bro was doing. And right after he hit that layup over me, he gave me a stare down. And I already knew what that meant. He was trying to little boy me, and I was in the league 1 more year than he was. So hey, from that point on, I just went into attack mode. I can't let this rookie come in my crib, put his feet on my couch, and disrespect me like that. So I went straight at him and hit a layup right over him and they center. Whatever play Greg Popovich was calling, I wasn't even listening to it. This was about me putting the ball in the basket, me getting my lick back, and on the next possession, hey man, I had to show bro I'm really with the shifts. But in all seriousness, this matchup was good for me. Hey, once you get in the league, people gonna come and try to take your spot. So if I got a rookie coming in the next season after mine, trying to go at me, hey, I'm all for it. I'm always looking to get better. That's what Cuzzo always told me. After his rookie year, people was going at him every single season. As I knocked down the tray ball. But like I was saying, think about when I came into the league. Cuzzo was already a year in and he had to go against me. It's the same situation, bro. And you see where he at. If I want to win a championship though, I got to make sure I keep elevating my game. And at the start, I ended up scoring every single point and they had to call a timeout. So I definitely got his attention. And I think the Jazz knew they was going to be in for a long night. At one point in the first quarter, I didn't even know how many points I had. I was just trying to deep fry whoever was in front of me, bro. It did not matter. And as the game went on, the Jazz was putting up a fight, but hey man, sometimes it ain't enough. And when I'm locked in, bro, I'm one of the best players in the league, and that's a fact. As I drive and get the and one bucket. And that dunk was crazy, bro. I'm telling y'all, when I'm locked in, I'm locked in. And I just kept going at Diallo the whole time. And it was a nice little back and forth, but up until this point, I was winning the battle. But he wasn't really taking over the game like he did last time. The Jazz was playing well as a unit. I mean, you had buckets coming from everywhere, and all of these Jazz players was acting crazy. I mean, every time I turned around, somebody was doing a celebration on me. But hey, that was just adding fuel to the fire. The more you talk, the more I was gonna try to go crazy. And them boys did not need that because I already started off the game hot. And if I stayed hot, I was feeling like I could go for like 60. I mean, they was playing good defense, but you heard the phrase. Sometimes it's good defense, but better offense. And in this case, the offense is way better, especially when I get going from long range. I mean, you already know I'm a sniper, so once I get the 3-ball going, I basically got the defense at my mercy. I can get them off of pump fakes. I can really get whatever I want. I was really starting to feel like one of those dominant players who really had no flaws in his game, but in reality, I needed to work on the defense myself. I mean, I ain't trying to be no defensive player of the year, but I mean, why not? Why not trying to reach that standard? And at this point, bro, I had 44 points and I was absolutely stir-frying the defense. And can y'all tell that boy STD he dropped something? Hey! As I get the steal, go on the other end, and get a 2-hand flush. I was just talking about that defense. I mean, I ain't the greatest, but if the ball is in front of me, I can most likely get a few steals. Once I did that, I ain't see nothing but the basket in front of me. And listen, I'm not trying to boast or nothing, but y'all can't fake it. Your boy's starting to go crazy with the dunks, even crazier than last year. Hey man, I might got more bounce than Kayell, you never know. But I put on an all-star type of performance this game, and we would go on to get the win. But the next few weeks is where things got a little crazy, and everything changed. Bleacher Report dropped an article from an insider that said the Spurs were looking to make Victor Wembanyama the star and focus of the team, and my name would be included in some trade talks. And it's crazy because I found out about this article while I was shooting around in the team facility. Absolutely came out of nowhere, bro. Man, after seeing that article about them trade rumors, I was heated, bro. I ain't even know how to feel. The last thing I was thinking about is being traded. I mean, it started to affect me in practice. I was making rookie mistakes, couldn't hit a shot, and my head just wasn't in the right place, bro. I was thinking about spending my whole career in San Antonio, and I wanted to bring a chip here. I ain't know how true it was, but I could sense it was a lot of people acting funny in the organization. But I mean, hey, everybody gotta remember, the NBA a business, and that's what I've been hearing ever since I stepped foot in it. And I honestly couldn't understand why they would want to build this team around Wemby instead of me. I mean, yeah, bro, like 7-12, but I mean, I've been putting on all last season, and I felt like I was really the heart and soul of this team. When we was getting torched last year, bro, I was still consistent and almost gave us a chance to make it in the playoffs, but I guess the organization ain't see it that way. None of the higher ups talked to me about it or anything. It was like they was just making the move out of nowhere. I was really hoping it didn't come down to it, but if it did, I was gonna make sure the organization knew what they missed out on. But I had to lock back in quick and focus on our next game, because it was a big one. And of course it would be against Thanos, and that would be Kayell. Now y'all know he won MVP last year, but I think it's safe to say he had an even stronger start this year. I mean, bruh is literally like a cheat code to me. Every time we play him, he just neutralizes everything I do. I mean, I could score buckets here and there, but there's no doubt in my mind that Kayell the best player in the league. And I think I'm the best player in the world, and I'm saying that about him. But the way he just make the game look easy, and the way he can take over a game, is just crazy. I mentioned the young gunner STD was going crazy, but this is like a different level crazy. You know, like straight jacket crazy. You know, like the ex that pull up to your crib and try to burn it down crazy. Yeah, that type of crazy. Now, the last thing I needed to do was to come into this game and play poorly, especially after that rumor dropping. But hey man, it's hard against Kayell. It's either gonna be a good battle or he gonna get the best of me. I really don't get the best of him without him doing anything. That's just not how it works. He just built different, bro. But coming into this game, I'm definitely gonna try. And starting off, I thought it was gonna be one of them days. I was coming off a decent performance. We was at the crib, and I drove straight to the lane and got a bucket off rip. But it's like Kayell just looked at me, didn't say nothing, and I knew what that meant. It was about to get real dark. And then I scored another bucket, and I'm like, okay, maybe he ain't really on nothing. But after that, that was like the wake-up call. I feel like he let me score that too to make me feel like I was finna get going. And then he just flipped the switch, bro. I'm telling you, it was wild. Then on our next offensive possession, I tried to call for an off-ball screen and get a three, and Kayell basically blew right through the screen. It's like it wasn't even there. Contested the shot, and then right off the rim. I'm telling y'all, bro, I know y'all probably entertained every time I go against him, but this dude is literally like the final boss. Next thing I know, I was on defense. He was pushing it in transition, and this dude was moving way faster than I remember. Like, he basically blew right past me and had nothing but the rim in front of him. Rose up and hit a reverse dunk. And at this point, he had made me look stupid on 3 plays in a row and basically scored on 3 plays in a row. Now, I just told y'all I couldn't come in here playing bad. And Kayell, hey, he must have smelled blood in the water. Man, I was getting straight boxed. I'm talking about a U-Haul box, Chinese food box, whatever box you want to call it, bro. We tried switching whoever on him, and it did not matter, bro. He was pushing defenders out the way. He was just doing everything he did last year, but even more dominant. I wouldn't be surprised if he win back-to-back MVPs and make a run for the championship as well. It came to the point where I was like, all right, bro. They may be teeing off, but I gotta do something. Luckily, he got caught up on the screen, and I was wide open for a 3 because the center dropped. And I was hoping it went in because it was biddies in the crowd. I was already getting embarrassed, and this team needed a spark. And then next thing you know, I drained it. But if you thought Kayell was done, you are sadly mistaken. He came down on the other end and hit one of the most ferocious dunks I've ever seen him hit. And man, I just felt bad for my teammate, bro, because I know once he get in the lane, it ain't much you can do. You might want to get out the way, but he had no time to do it. I ain't know if KK locked him out the house or what, but bro was tripping. He caught a lob on the next play. And after this game, I'm definitely gonna call LONNY and say, hey, whatever you did, don't do it again. And then I hit a 3 on the other end, but it's like, bro, everything I would do, he would come down and do it, but it would be better. I mean, it wasn't even halftime yet, and bro almost had 30. 30. Y'all remember that game where he dropped 60 on us last year? This one felt way worse, because he was not stopping. It felt like he was finna go for 70. I've played a lot of different versions of Kayell, but this one felt like he was playing angry, and I didn't know why. I hadn't talked to him before the game. I just wanted to come out and compete, but maybe I should have to see what's going on, because bro was hooping like his life depended on it. And he already good. He was staring me down and some more, but it was like an evil stare down. It wasn't playful or nothing. Normally he be playing around, but hey, he wasn't playing no games with me this game. Now eventually I was like, all right, bro, I have to come down and score, and I ended up getting the and one bucket. How much did that and one bucket mean? Nothing. Cause bro came down on the other end. Bro, y'all should have seen the look in his face. He was playing like this was the NBA finals and it was a regular season game. Came off the screen and pulled up. He normally don't do that. He was acting so different, bro. I can't even explain it. but he knocked down that three with ease. And he didn't even celebrate or nothing after. He was just pointing on where the defense needed to go, and we had to call a timeout after that. I mean, bro was playing like the GOAT. Literally the GOAT. Next thing I know, I found myself getting posterized off a lob. This day couldn't get much worse at all, bro. But it ain't over until that fat lady singing. And she ain't singing yet. We was only down by 10. I figured I had to come down and do something. So I sized bro up from the mid-range and got it to fall. And then we was within 7. But on the next play, bro, I witnessed a crime. Because the way my boy Jordan Poole did CP3, we might as well call the San Antonio Police Department tonight before bro flight even leaves. Because that was, bro, you can't be doing that to my teammate, bro. And then he called him small right after it. Just walking down the court, calling CP3 small. And I can't defend bro after that one. On the next offensive possession, got Kayell with a Pop-Tart and was able to drive and get another and one bucket. But once again, that bucket meant absolutely nothing. The Wizards got the dub, and Kayell had 48 points. I told y'all he was locked in the whole time. And after the game, I had to deal with the fact that we just lost, and I also had to deal with, I didn't know if I was getting traded or not. But I basically just got fried all night, and I really didn't help my case. So I was heavy in my thoughts all the way to the locker room. Hello? Nah, I ain't checked my phone all day. What's up? What? They sending me where?
That's okay.